Expect the worst in some people. I call them shorties, but Nancy Lieder calls them the Greys. They're aliens. Aliens are real. They took her for a trip via UFO to see Nibiru or Planet X up close. I'd like to go on that trip. And if the shorties need some DNA, we could make a swap. I get a trip to see Planet X on a UFO, and they get a little of my DNA to save them from extinction. Works for me. I've followed ZetaTalk.com for years, and they told us many things that came to pass. For example, they said Jakarta, Indonesia would sink about 80 feet, and it has. They made so many predictions that I can't go into all of them here, but if you go to her website, ZetaTalk.com, and click on the newsletter to the left of the screen, you can go back as far as you want to verify what I'm saying. They don't pull their predictions when they're wrong, like some losers and fakes do. They admit when they're wrong, and so we have to go along. They say that Japan will have some large quakes soon, say 9+ on the Richter scale. They say that the New Madrid fault will cause a violent quake in the area around Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Tennessee. They gave 10 predictions on the sequence, and 6 of them have already come true. The Japan quakes are number 8, the New Madrid quake is number 9, and number 10 is the tsunami that passes through the English Channel and takes out the country of Denmark. So there you have it. 6 predictions in the past that already came true, and 3 in the future which have not come true yet. But another prediction they made was that Obama would make the announcement very soon. The announcement of the existence of Planet X. And if he does, I know what you're thinking. There will be widespread panic. So you're going down to the liquor store to buy up all the genuine draft beer and leave all that light beer for the rest of the dirt bags. And I want you to know that I don't like it, and this isn't right. Why should you get all the genuine draft beer and leave that watered down beer to the rest of us? This is selfish. This is like putting ethanol in our gasoline and charging us regular gasoline prices for it. It's not real gasoline. Ethanol has no power. Light beer has no power. Beer should have a kick. Watered down beer just doesn't give you the same mileage, if you know what I mean. And buying up all the supplies of draft is a dirty thing to do at a time like this. Think about your fellow dirtbags. This is as un-American as confiscating your wages right out of your paycheck as if the government has some right to your earnings. This is like watching other people's videos and never making any yourself. Freeloader. You can push record on the free software and record your complaints, but instead you rush over to the liquor store and buy up all the genuine draft beer, while the rest of us are working on the people power movement. And this is selfish. So why don't you buy 1 case of genuine draft beer and 1 case of light beer just to show that you have a human side? Are you afraid you'll get stuck in some cave hideout during the passage of Planet X without any real beer? You want to save yourself, but what about us? We're out here trying to survive like dirtbags, and you're hogging all the draft beer? When a planet gets wrecked, it's a time of great struggle and strife, and it brings out the best in some and the worst in others. Leaving only the light beer behind is inhuman, and I just want you to know that some of us know what you're doing, and God is watching you too. You're going to burn in hell for taking all the best beer and leaving us only the light beer. Satan may be smiling because after the passage of Planet X, you're going to be a resident of hell, my friend. Thanks for listening. Obama will make Planet X announcements soon. Expect the worst in some people. I call them shorties, but Nancy Lieder calls them the Greys. They're aliens. Aliens are real. They took her for a trip via UFO to see Nibiru or Planet X up close. I'd like to go on that trip. And if the shorties need some DNA, we could make a swap. I get a trip to see Planet X on a UFO, and they get a little of my DNA to save them from extinction. Works for me. I've followed